Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. I'm Nick Barber. Microsoft has received clearance from U.S. antitrust regulators for its proposed purchase of Skype. The transaction was granted an early termination of a review into the proposed deal, according to an update from the Federal Trade Commission. Microsoft said in May that it agreed to buy Skype for $8.5 billion US. Once the merger is complete, Microsoft plans to add Skype support to its Xbox and Kinect gaming devices, Windows Phone mobile operating system, and connect Skype users with its own Link, Outlook, and Xbox Live communication services. Customers who have pre-ordered Sony's PlayStation Vita through Amazon have been provided with a December 31st release date. That's later than the holiday season delivery promised by Sony when we first showed you it at the E3 gaming conference in LA. The Vita has a crisp 5-inch OLED display and is surprisingly light given its size. It has a gyroscope, microphone, accelerometer, a pair of cameras, and dual touchscreens. Most customers will receive the Vita by January 4th, which I guess could still count as a late present. In another E3 follow-up, Nintendo's Wii U console won't be much more powerful than the current generation Wii. In an interview, Shigeru Miyamoto, designer of Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and other blockbuster games, said that the console wouldn't dramatically outperform the systems that are out now. Wii U is expected to be at least on par with PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Rather than rely on graphics, Nintendo has focused on the Wii U's input device, a handheld tablet. Enterprise 2.0 was in town this week, and the conference focused on how business is changing, whether it be through the use of social media or the overall consumerization of the enterprise. I had a chance to catch up with one executive and ask him about it. So the consumerization of the enterprise space, does it work? Can it work?
I would say yes. I mean, you always get back to like, what do you mean, right? Because I've seen a lot of vendors and they say, we're taking Facebook and we're doing it in the enterprise, and they literally take Facebook and put it in the enterprise, and that just does not work, right? There's different use patterns, there's different concerns, there's integration points, there's compliance issues. So when I look at the consumer space, you look at things that are working wildly well, right? I mean, there's systems there that are dead simple to use, they get easy adoption, they get viral adoption. The app markets I talked about, obviously just a tremendous success. And you look at what made those work, and then you ask the question, on the backdrop of the enterprise and all of those other issues, are there things you can apply that will provide equal value there? And it may not be everything, and everything may have a little more friction, but I think often the answer is yes. So at Jive, what we've really been focused on is how can we apply those techniques and that technology in a way that will actually work for the business.
The next Enterprise 2.0 will be this November in Santa Clara, California. Starting in July, Verizon will do away with its all-you-can-eat data plans. The U.S.'s largest wireless carrier has hinted at the switch for more than a year, but has now narrowed down its timeline to next month. Although Verizon hasn't commented on pricing or the exact timing, reports claim that a basic 2 gig package will cost about $30 a month, compared to $25 on AT&T. Verizon will reportedly offer more expensive tiers for people who want more data. We have a couple items for you in our news in brief this week. Although enterprises are in the midst of migrating more machines to Microsoft's Windows 7, Windows XP still accounts for nearly 6 in 10 PCs in corporations, according to a recent research report by Forrester. Barnes & Noble said on Tuesday it sold 3 times as many digital books through its website compared to physical books during the fiscal fourth quarter. Physical books still generate more sales volume, however. Google Street View has got off to a bad start in Bangalore, India, with the city police objecting to the collection of data by Google's cars. Google confirmed in an email that it received a letter from the city's police commissioner regarding Street View and said, quote, "We are currently reviewing it and have stopped our cars until we have a chance to answer any questions or concerns the police may have." A Japanese computer has taken first place on the top 500 supercomputer list, ending China's reign at the top after just 6 months. At 8.16 petaflops, the K computer is more powerful than the next 5 systems combined. The K computer's performance was measured using 68,544 SPARC 64 8FX CPUs, each with 8 cores. That totals more than 500,000 cores, almost twice as many as any other system on the top 500 list. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. To find out what's coming up on every week's show, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. As we head out this week, we'll leave our car enthusiasts with some shots of the new McLaren showroom in London. I'm Nick Barber, and for all of us here at the IDG News Service, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next week.